Yo, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Davon. Come back with an in-depth review for Monday Night Raw. It is initially the fallout to Money in the Bank. New storylines and new pieces have been implemented. Things were smooth when it came to tonight's card, and I enjoyed everything initially had happened. We had the return of Rhea Ripley, who made her case known and reclaiming her property when it comes to Dominic Mysterio. We also end up having great singles action of Jey Uso taking on Chad Gable. We had a notable great six-man tag team action. We had two of them from the men's and women's. The men's card match, we end up having Big Braun Strowman along with Awesome Truth, who was trying to sort their revenge back on Judgment Day, which members were going to be Finn Balor and JD McDonough, the World Tag Team Champions, along with Carlito, and a decent tag team action. As well as we had the women's of Dakota Kai, Kairi Sane, and no other than Io Sky, taking on no other than Kaden Carter, Katana Chance, and Lyra Valkyria in six-woman tag team action. Also on the card, we had a main event tag team action of Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio taking on Rey Mysterio, the Hall of Famer, and Zelina Vega. So many much things initially happen on the card, and so many great things initially with so many intriguing pieces. But let's go ahead and get into this initial Monday Night Raw review. As it started off with CM Punk initially making his entrance. He was red hot when he came to the crowd. He initially talked about Drew McIntyre, the whole entire standing feud, what it means to him, including the bracelet, and so many notable different things, as well as him and Drew McIntyre initially be getting fined, and as well as what things initially happened over Drew McIntyre with his Twitter fingers. He ended up initially becoming indefinitely suspended, including with the initial punch of Adam Pearce. So many other new pieces that initially happened, where he talked about things initially had transpired with Damian Priest as well as Seth Rollins. Things initially broke down when Seth Rollins made his interruption and initially came out. CM Punk rode directly over to the commentary desk, took Pat McAfee's headset, waited for Seth Rollins to come out because Seth Rollins' entrance is very long. Then he proceeded to get back directly in the ring and they had the face-to-face conversation, heart-to-heart. It was decent with the promo, everything. I enjoyed everything that kept me invested. Initially, things broke down when Seth Rollins' actions come with repercussions and with consequences. So we know things are going to heat up when it comes to the initial feud. This segment, I'll give it a decent 4 out of 5. It was intriguing with the showcase and then with the way how they did the video package of witnessing what happened and so many great notable things. Then we got initially down to the nitty-gritty of things and initially continue to be progress as Adam Pearce is backstage and he's talking to Dominic Mysterio about initially being set up in a tag team match with Liv Morgan to take on his father, Rey Mysterio, and Zelina Vega. He said Liv Morgan was the one that set up the initial chemistry match, and Zelina Vega and Rey Mysterio wanted to have this match. Then initially Dominic Mysterio was trying to get initially state his case, but Adam Pearce was not hearing it and initially walked away the situation. Then Liv Morgan comes up initially hyping up Dominic Mysterio to try to convince him for this match. Dom wasn't on board when it came to the initial situation, but initially she convinced him and he said, we better get this win because it helps him better and more than satisfy him to beat his deadbeat dad when it comes to tonight's initial match. Then things initially got underway when it came to Gable initially getting ready for the main event against main event Jey Uso. Jey Uso came out first and it's been red hot. Chad Gable came out as well. This match was a lot of back and forth. I enjoyed this match. This match kept me invested. Overall, Jey Uso picked up the victory after the Wire 6 initially implemented themselves, got involved with everything that had happened. Then things initially broke down with Sister Abigail ended up giving a box to Pat McAfee. Chad Gable and Jey Uso ran out of here quickly as they possibly can, leading to a intriguing story of things continue to be progress with the Wyatts 6 just in general. Then we get into a backstage segment of Sheamus is in an interview with Jackie Redmond. He talks about initially the future, where things are initially going to be heading. He gets interrupted by big Bronson Reed, who makes his presence known. He said he'll fight him any place, anytime, anywhere, but just not tonight, because he's going to take on his running buddy, Pete Dunne. That initially breaks down as they get ready for that initial match of Pete Dunne versus Bronson Reed. This match was great for everything initially had transpired. A lot of back and forth. I enjoyed this match. It was a 3.8 out of 5. And Bronson Reed ended up picking up victory with the big tsunami splash. But it's the post match when he tried to take out Pete Dunne. Sheamus made his way down, ended up brawling with the initial heel, taking him down. Pete Dunne joined the situation to do a double clothesline, initially scaring off Pete Dunne. Initially, then proceeded to walk away from Sheamus as things initially continued to break down. But Sheamus initially was trying to hug him, but Pete Dunne wasn't feeling it. He not pushed him away because of the way how Sheamus left the group, and now Pete Dunne is not feeling it, and he left the initial ring after the situation had transpired. Then we got to Seth Rollins, who rode up on Damian Priest. He wanted to have a one-on-one talk about with him. He talked about everything initially had transpired over the weekend and said he got lucky in so many notable ways and so many different things. They went back and forth talking, carrying a different conversation. Initially, Seth Rollins said he's a man of his word. He's going to back out, not having a world championship. Initially, he told him to focus on Gunther and prove that he's the man that he initially is. And Damian Priest, as he said, you can forget about the whole not getting a world championship. You can get it anytime, any place after you get done focusing on Gunther and going from there. Then things initially broke down when it came to Sami Zayn making his initial entrance, getting ready for his in-ring segment. It was pretty decent, calm, cool, and collective. Kind of kept me invested. He talked about all the notable people that initially had defeated. He ended up having a spear out of nowhere, initially spearing Sami Zayn out of his boots. Then initially put the beat down on him. Officials initially came out to try to break up the situation. Big Braun Breaker initially rolled out the ring, did the all around the world spear as Sami Zayn was rolling out the ring, and he speared him again to captivate on that situation as officials dragged Braun Breaker away as a prone fallen Sami Zayn was on the ground near the commentary desk. Then we initially had a cross pass of Ilia Dragunov and Braun Breaker arguing with each other as the initial segment broke down as Ilia went to go check on Sami Zayn. Then we have the initial match of the night. We have Awesome Truth again and Braun Strowman taking on no other than Judgment Day and Carlito. This match was a lot of back and forth, a lot of smash up, a lot of homage to John Cena with all the John Cena moves that this was implemented. But the fallout happened when it came to R-Truth getting distracted. At the end of the match, Finn Balor picked up the victory with the coup de grace. And this match was decent. It was a 4 out of 5 stars, kept me highly invested. And it was above average, and it was decent for what it was. It had so many notable pieces, and the story continues to be progress of where Miz feels about everything because he was not happy with the situation, but as well the intriguing going story of Braun Strowman and the Judgment Day's troubles continue to happen as well. Then we switch gears to a backstage of Adam Pearce talking to CM Punk. They have a notable great conversation. They talked about intriguing pieces. CM Punk said make things happen when it comes to lifting Drew McIntyre's suspension. He said he will talk to Drew McIntyre next week, but CM Punk cannot be there. CM Punk obliges to the situation and said he won't be there. And he initially wants things to be lifted so he can initially get into a fight with Drew McIntyre from there. Then initially, as well as things broke down, we end up having Liv Morgan initially end up arriving at the Judgment Day clubhouse. She's talking about we need to work on double team moves with Dominic Mysterio. He kind of is trying to be laid back and chill on the situation, but things get heated up when Liv initially helps him to stretch his leg and everything like that. Then, of course, Damian Priest and the rest of Judgment Day ended up showing their face, getting the intrigue of everything initially happened. Liv Morgan initially leaves the situation. Damian Priest tells Dominic to handle the situation. Dominic keeps saying over and over, I'm gonna handle it, and then he ends up leaving. But in these things broke down as things really broke down when it came to Damian Priest said he's gonna learn initially because the call he had earlier when Rhea Ripley is just making her return to Monday Night Raw. We get over to the Wyatt 6 initial video package. It was intriguing. It kept me invested. I enjoyed everything that was hard hitting when it came to everything initially had happened. But more importantly, it was great for television when it came to their initial video package from the VHS. Then, of course, irate Chad Gable ends up running into Adam Pearce about what he's going to do about the Wyatt situation. Adam Pearce says he has already got security on board when it comes to everything. He's doubles the security. He's going to take care of the situation and go from there. But initially, Chad Gable just paranoid and doesn't think he will handle it. And so he asks him to figure it out, or he initially will when it comes to the situation when it comes to the Wyatt 6. As Adam Pearce initially goes into his office, he see a reveal of Bo Dallas, who initially is sitting inside in one of the chairs in the office, and a door closes right behind us in the video package from there. Then we get ready for Bron Breakker versus Ilia Dragunov. This match was a smash mouth. Everything you could have asked for. It was a lot of back and forth. This match kept me intrigued and kept me invested. This match was initially announced after Ilia wanted the match with him after what happened to Sami earlier in the night, initially at the medical staff, and Adam Pearce made the match official. This match was a whole lot of back and forth, a whole lot of hard hitting. Ilia got busted open in his leg as well, and both of these men were bruised and battered. But initially, it came across as a disqualification as Bron Breakker yeeted a announcer's chair directly at Ilia Dragunov, causing the initial DQ. Then he initially speared him. Then Sami Zayn came out, initially got into a brawl with Bron Breakker as well, as things initially broke down. But Bron Breakker ended up standing victorious as he yeeted both Ilia and Sami Zayn over the initial announce table, standing tall and asserting his dominance when it came to the post-match. Then we had a promo by Karrion Kross, who had a lot to say when it came to tonight. When it came to initial prelude, he says he's trying to convince Xavier Woods that he needs to leave the New Day and reach to ultimate potential. And if he doesn't, he'll send him to the hospital. And that was an initial sign of being straightforward for the initial feud in the near future. Then we get ready for Damage Control and Kairi Sane, and as well as the other members, Io Sky and Dakota Kai, being involved in six-woman tag team action against Katana Chance, Kayden Carter, and Lyra Valkyria. This match was a lot of back and forth. Everything about this match was smash mouth. These ladies did a great job with all the notable tag team transitional moves. Everything that kept me invested. I'll give this match initially a 3.8 out of 5 stars. It kept me intrigued, and I was looking for more of this initial match. But then win came off as Damage Control showed their dominance, got the victory as Io was able to hit that beautiful moonsault and pick up the initial victory over Kayden Carter. But the post-match was the real talk of the day, as Sonya Deville made her initial return along with Shayna Baszler and as well with Zoe Starks. They put the beat down onto Damage Control and initially were standing tall over them after the initial situation broke down, and they cut to the commercial break from there. Then we show the next initial match of Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan getting ready for her initial match against Rey Mysterio and Liv Morgan. This match was intriguing for everything initially happened in this match. A lot of back and forth in this tag team match. I enjoyed everything that initially had transpired. You got everything that initially wanted in this match. It was a smash mouth, a lot of back and forth, technical wrestling from both ladies. When it came to the ladies and the man, of course, they couldn't interchange each other, but initially Liv Morgan was the peacemaker of this whole initial situation. She assisted Dominic to get the victory over his dad, as Dominic kicked the lovely frog splash for the 1-2-3. But initially, the celebration happened post-match, but Liv Morgan and them got too comfortable as Dominic and them looked like they were ready to kiss, and Rhea Ripley's music hit. She came out storming. Liv Morgan bolted out there like she was Flash in one of the Avenger movies. She was out of there in a quickness. Then, of course, things broke down very quickly as Liv Morgan headed out through their fans' entrance front. Then we end up having Liv initially just like, I'm cool. I don't want no problems. Rhea Ripley initially went back face to face with Dominic Mysterio, let him know that she was claiming her property back, and things initially cut off from there as it had concluded Monday Night Raw. I enjoyed everything about what Monday Night Raw stand for this week. It kept me invested. It was a cool show. But post your comments down below. Let me know what you felt about this initial card and everything that she had happened, including Rhea Ripley's return. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Till then, I'm out. Peace.